We are now recording. Who would like to give the recap for inspiration? Ooh.
I've been waiting for this, and while I don't need the inspiration, I can give it around.
That's true.
So, how far back do you want me to go, Sage? Just the last actual section, or because
I would
we do need
say
to catch
last actual section, but give some information for Harley's benefit.
So, we are returning back to the Faithful Eight here to take care of Sereneth, whichever one. It's Green Dragon Lady. Whatever. Names are hard. Now, we have traveled down through here, had a wonderful chat with a Manicore about where to go and a few of the denizens of these caverns. We did end up actually going through and having a chat with the Kobold King. What was his name? Jeff?
No, he is.
C-Lab, Zach Narkzak.
Yeah.
Zach Narkzak.
Zach Narkzak. And after a wonderful chat and discussing sort of a deal to make to get into their lair, or to get into Sereneth's lair, the mother, not the daughter, her lair, because the daughter is taking up residence in her dead mother's lair. Yes. A portal has been opened into the boneyard. Now, that has a myriad of problems, and one of them being there's a lot of undead spilling out of it. And so, we have been asked to go through this portal, which we were already planning to do, and bring back Sereneth, as that is their patron. Obviously, the kobolds worship dragons, so they would like their dragon mama back. Ada agreed to this, and has taken a sort of deal with them that as long as she holds no ill will towards her own people, or more aptly, the people of Kalbesh, we will assist in her escaping the boneyard. We're also down here to make sure and hopefully kill her daughter, and make sure Whisper stays in here, because we have a hunch, as we know that the daughter is not down here. She is not in this realm. She just kind of disappeared. So we have very well assumptions that she's down in the boneyard, most likely trying to revive her dead companion. We want to stop that, and I guess now, hopefully, see if we can return a dragon. If they won't fuck us over. We snuck through the layers, or more of through the caverns, guided by a little kobold. I think his name was Jeff or something. I just defaulted Jeff. Hopefully he got back just fine. I think he did. Ain't my problem. And now we are holed up in this pretty defensible little spot here, dead set in front of the currently closed portal into the boneyard. And we are left to investigate how to open it.
It is true indeed. You are mostly correct in terms of Jeff, by the way. The kobold's name is Jeffrey.
Okay,
yes,
sick.
Indeed. Yeah, and Jeff is indeed the beetle as well. There's a lot of Jeffs down there. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yes. Jeff is also a fire beetle that we did not get to meet, much to John's disappointment, but maybe on the way out.
He's still there.
Yeah, we can go have a chat.
Yeah. Anyways, that is where our party finds themselves, outside of the portal that leads into the boneyard. It is currently not inactive in that the magic is still there and it is active, but the portal is not open. So you would need to find a way to open it. Map tab is quick map. Map tab isn't. Don't worry about map tab. That's for like creating new maps and stuff. For you want to use select map in the top right.
Oh, top right. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But I'm just gonna force you guys here. So there you go.
Oh, and campsite chat, I should probably mention, not too much happened. Ada went to go have a bit of a sulk slash pray, understandably so.
Hmm.
Uh,
The rest of us played poker.
yeah, and the rest of us played poker. John lost his eye, got it back easily. More out of, I think, pity.
We're talking about the prosthetic one, right?
Yes, yeah, which is now the only like real looking one, since his current condition renders the other one looking milky.
Damn.
So now
It's
it's
your
confusing
fake
about
out.
which one is the functional eye.
Poor John. Poor John. He has much more to deal with than just neck pain now.
It works.
He's
It's
been through a
fine.
lot.
There's a bit more now there instead of the possibility of a dysfunctioning liver and lung cancer. Now he's got skin, and now he's got leprosy.
It's true.
What a wonderful day.
But yes, you all find yourselves outside of the portal. Although active, it is not open.
What's the inspiration, by the way? I've got that already.
Indeed, you have achieved inspiration. You can provide it to
I would
whomever you
like
wish.
inspiration.
Go for it.
Yay!
Excellent. With the portal currently being closed, Tiana will kind of step forward. Having, of course, after you guys have rested, that was successful, by the way. Tiana would step forward. Well, since the magics are still active, but we'll need to find a way to open it. You mind helping me? She'll look towards Paul. Who, by the way, for your benefit, Harley, they call themselves Pogger because they have achieved the rank of Augur
Yeah.
within the
Yeah, Mr. J filled me in on this through groans.
Excellent.
It's called character development. Yes, how can I help you?
Well, I'm not quite sure of its function, but I could perhaps, with your aid, get this thing open. Unless you would like to take a crack at it. I don't know your specialty, though, in the magical arts.
How would I... Can I make like an Arcana check to determine how I would go about opening it?
Yes, you can.
I would also like to make one of those.
You can go ahead.
May I also as well make one?
Yes, you can.
Sure. Why not? If you're not going to stop me, I may as well see.
Oh, 10.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I detect motive forward.
It's magic.
I got a 27.
Wait, what? Oh, I forgot about Dice Roller. Okay. I was like, I only saw the 2 rolls. Alright, 27. To show you actually know things. Unfortunately, for Pogger and Ada and John, the runes within this deactivated portal, or closed portal because it is active, are little beyond your understanding. Perhaps due to their shifting nature, as they're constantly swirling around the portal in a counterclockwise motion. But to show, stepping forward, you seem somewhat drawn to it, as if someone's calling to you. Getting a closer eye, begin to recognize some of these symbols upon it. Although I don't believe you speak Necrol or read Necrol, you're able to understand what they mean.
No, but my old book was in Necrol.
Huzzah, that's perhaps why. Looking over the runes, you identify 7 key runes that need to be combined with magical energy to open the portal. Specifically, you need to fuel the portal with a spell from each of the arcane schools. The spell's power level will specifically determine the effectiveness of the portal's opening, so choose wisely. And it's also will determine if the power is too much for the portal, so again, choose wisely.
And I can't get any sense for like the appropriate range of power that I would need for that.
You think definitely on the higher end, but not too high. So like 1 or 2 is probably going to be worthless. 7 might be a little too much.
Okay, so in that like 3 to 5 range, probably.
Yeah.
Do you share this?
Well, the show is going to be very catty for a moment, and since only Paul was asked to help, he's gonna stand there knowing the answer and watch Paul make a fool out of himself for a little bit in front of the portal. And then as soon as Paul looks stumped, he's gonna walk up. He's gonna point out each of the 7 different runes and say, each of these is a different school of magic. We need a powerful enough spell to open the portal, but not one too powerful that it would overload the portal from each of them.
Well, that's about what I suspected. Um, I've got a few of the schools
Just
covered,
as
but
I
I
thought.
am limited. I can cover us in terms of evocation and necromancy.
I can do enchantment.
It will be noted that conjuration, which you know this yourself to show having received a 27, needs to be the catalyst, the final spell provided to open the portal.
Right.
To use one of Paul's metagamy terms, would a level 3 be enough? I could get delusion if we think that'll do. Something tells me.
I think level 3 is the lowest we could go.
Well, I can get illusion, or I could get abjuration. I can remember if one of you said that. I apologize.
Actually, I'd prefer to do divination.
Hell,
It'd be easier for me.
if abjuration is in the process, I could provide some of that. I have counterspell and dispel magic.
I do not have powerful enough magic to help here.
I've got banishment for the abjuration and hypnotic pattern for illusion. Hypnotic pattern I feel might be too weak, but
So, we have necromancy, evocation, divination, abjuration, and illusion.
You're missing 2
We're missing
schools.
enchantment.
We're missing 2. Enchantment and
Transmutation.
conjuration.
Or conjuration, my bad.
Conjuration
Ada.
needs to be last.
wasn't enchantment your whole thing?
You're muted, JC.
I have a few conjuration spells, yes. Enchantment, I believe I am a little less on. Let me.
Renea, do you have any magic you could contribute?
Oh, I do have an enchantment spell. I have Zone of Truth.
I do have some spells I can provide for this. I don't actually have a spell list, as their sheet was paper, but I do know that they have some magic that could cover what you're missing, yes. I just wanted to see if Ada could cover it, because they were being quiet. Yeah, you guys have what you need with the party.
All right.
It's just a question of who's spending the resources.
Indeed.
I am willing to spend 2 third-level slots.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a 4th level slot on locate creature. And in doing so, I regain a 3rd level spell slot because Div Wizard.
Nice.
Which 2 schools are you handling, Ada?
Enchantment and conjuration.
Okay. Well,
Necromancy and evocation.
I'll use one of mine on delusion.
All right.
Well,
That's all of them, isn't it?
And Pogger's doing the last 2.
No, I just did the divination one. I don't know who's doing conjuration.
I am.
All right. What level of spell are you casting?
I think it's 3s all around, and one of them's a 4.
Well,
I'm doing-
Tiana
mine's
is
the 4th
doing
level.
5th level.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna type this here for you, just so it's there.
Oh, since the conjuration is the most powerful, I'm going to be doing a 5th level Spirit Guardians.
Excellent. All right. Let's see here. 5
So-
necromancy, 4 evocation from Tiana. 2, 3, 4, 3 and 5 from you. Which means we are missing our objuration. Will you guys want Tiana to do that one as well?
Yes.
All right.
If you'd be so kind.
I can cover that too, with a 3rd level, unless she really wants to.
Either way. Up to you. She'll leave that choice to you, since you are performing the catalyst.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. 3rd objuration from Ada. Excellent. And as the magics begin to fuel the portal, you see it begin to swirl faster and faster before the runes turn into a swirling vortex of white and purple energy as the portal opens up. To show, you'd recognize that it seems fairly stable, especially with the conjuration's power being of the 5th circle of magic. You believe that this thing should be open for likely about a week.
Well, this will be open for a week, providing nothing shuts it off.
Now, before you guys enter,
Stand right at the.
I want to
Like-
be a friendly DM question of, would any of you like to learn more about the Boneyard before you enter it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Give
Yes.
me
Is
a
it time for history and or religion
Give me
checks?
Arcana or Religion.
Arcana, my favorite.
I got
rolled
you.
17 religion.
Oh,
8
wait, how do I roll
Arcana.
in here?
Yep. There's bones. It's a yard.
I'll just roll in here, whatever. 17.
All right. Well, looks like
And
right
I
now we
love
have
having
a
plus 10 to Arcana.
17 as our high. Let me go look at my listing real quick.
The show
Sorry,
continues to
JC and
know
I are still
everything.
rolling.
I'll also roll for Tiana because she's been actually trying to get in here per your introduction with her. Let's see here. I'll give her an Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Rip. Rolling bad. All right, 17s are high. What you guys know?
Mine is 21.
21. Oh, I saw JC's as 13 and 3, and I thought you guys were rolling for 21. Floof, you know the most, surprisingly.
Floof knows
No.
all.
All right, Floof. With the previous conversations that you've had with Tiana and what you've encountered during your times within the particular restaurant that you have now disavowed, you know that the Boneyard itself, also known as Purgatory, is a land of the dead. It is a place of judgment, a place of transition, and a place of, well, a divine realm to the goddess Pharasma. You know that it is a timeless realm. By the way, you just barely hit the DC, by the way, so thank you for rolling a 20. Or 20 or higher.
Yay!
The realm itself is timeless, meaning that age, hunger, thirst, afflictions such as diseases, curses, and poisons, as well as natural healing, so short rests, long rests, do not function in Purgatory in terms of HP healing. Though they resume their function after returning from Purgatory, retroactively, so make sure to eat, even though you do not feel hunger when you leave. If you have not eaten in 2 weeks and you leave, you will be affected as if you did not eat in 2 weeks. So, make sure to eat.
So if
Alright, I would like to share that with my party members.
Yes. And same goes
So-
for thirst and all that.
So if
That
I don't
is
keep
good to
drinking
know.
during this, I could step out of there and go insane.
Yes.
That's fun.
You also recognize that the place is strongly neutral aligned, which, in terms of game mechanics, this means that if you are if you are not of the alignment neutral, so you do not have a neutral aspect to your alignment, you'll be suffering penalties to your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Specifically, a -2 penalty on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based ability checks.
So if you're not in the middle cross.
Does that only apply?
Cross.
Does that only apply to ability checks, not saves?
Yeah, correct. Ability checks and skill checks, because skill checks are ability checks.
Thank you.
It also recognizes that it has enhanced magic. Spells and spell-like abilities with the Death descriptor or from the Death domain are enhanced. So if you cast spells like Finger of Death or Circle of Death or Toll the Dead, all of these will be enhanced. How much or
Power
what?
word
So
kill.
you're not quite sure, but they are enhanced. Last important thing would be the essence of the plane. It is minor negative energy dominant, which this means is that if you are a living creature upon the plane, you will suffer 1d6 points of necrotic damage every minute that you are within the plane. This is why Tiana was trying to become an undead, so she can actually go to this plane safely. If this damage reduces you to 0 hit points or below, you crumble into ash. Undead within the plane instead are healed, gaining fast healing too. There are many ways to circumvent this negative, such as through the Death Ward spell, or certain spells that make you function as an undead temporarily, as I believe there are a few spells like False Death that do that. But if you want to mitigate that, prepping would be important. As many mortals who have come into the plane have wasted away due to its very essence. Beyond that, I'm going to link you the thing. You guys are free to read this. It's mostly just fluff lore and stuff at that point. So
Cool.
yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
the basic stuff you can find on the Boneyard if you go to the Galarian wiki. So yeah. But yes, that is what you know. You guys are free to prep as you so desire, but the portal is now active and you're free to move through it.
We need to figure out how to avoid dying from necrotic energy.
I know that Renea has the ability to cast at least 4 death words, so she can cover 4 of you. I know she herself is also warded, so 3 of you plus herself.
Would it be dealt as necrotic damage?
I don't think they ever prepared it.
No, they have. They've been telling me that they keep casting it every time. So.
Because I know. Well, I also have it.
Would I know if Asimar would be resistant to it, to the type of damage? Not immune to, but resistant to.
It would be. Yeah, it's necrotic damage.
Okay.
So.
And it's by minute, right? You said.
Yes, per minute.
Okay.
I suppose we should probably take a day for Renea and Ada to get their spells back and Death Ward the party.
You guys have already long rested.
Sick.
That's what we ended on, is you guys finishing your long rest.
I thought we do a short rest.
You know what? We're not going to question these things.
We do not question Sage.
I have to hit the long rest button and do a lot of things.
Yes, you do.
If we take a long rest, we like instantly die because of the damage.
If you're in there, yeah.
It's like 1d6 per minute, and if we take an 8-hour long rest, that's 8 times 60, 1d6.
By that logic,
necrotic damage.
if time does not pass in the realm, then by that logic, we cannot get spells back, we cannot get abilities back,
So-
we cannot get item charges back.
Time does not pass in terms of, like, if you're there, time will not pass on the material plane. That's what it means. So 1 hour there is 0 seconds material plane. 1 year there is 0 seconds on material plane. So when you guys return, you'll be coming back at the exact same time that you went in.
It's
So
magic,
the
we don't
portal
question
be
it.
open for a week on the other side or on the material plane?
On the other side.
Okay.
You have a week when you get on the other side.
Wait, so...
And that's just if you guys don't want to cast the spells again to reopen it.
We know that whole time deal in character?
Yes.
So then, wait, if she's already been through here, there's nothing for us to do here. She popped in and out already. She's gone.
Well, she could have. She might still be in there. There's no way of knowing. What we know is that
She went in there for a reason, and whatever her reasons were haven't happened yet.
Yes.
Source: Calabash is still standing.
That means she's dead in there.
Or just hasn't come back out.
But the yet would be as soon as she... To anyone standing in this room that did not enter with us, we'd go in and immediately come back out.
Maybe the portal closed behind her before she can find a way out.
If that's true, that may be
It
true.
would have took most of her energy to open this herself.
Well, then she couldn't sustain herself very long in there.
We don't know if she found a way to make herself immune to it.
Are any of us able to like scry or something?
If you guys have the ability to cast scrying.
I don't have it prepared.
Shit.
So we have 10 people. We have 10 tier 1 food tokens. Ada's going to prepare for those for breakfast, I suppose.
So, Renea, do you happen to have the ability to scry?
Let's see here.
She definitely doesn't.
She has Minerva. That's basically scrying.
True.
I
Yeah.
can scry, but I don't have it prepared. I believe last shopping trip she purchased the item that lets her scribe the material component. So
Well,
either way, you also have one because you've looted it from that cabin back before the assault on Calvin's home.
I have
Oh.
clairvoyance, not scrying.
if she was back, if she were back, she would have had to have returned through here. Something tells me that the boneyard is not a place you just go to.
Well,
Or maybe whatever she's doing in there defies the rules that we know of.
True. Just
Uh,
because time in there does not equal time out here does not mean there is a zero amount of time that it comes back.
question, Sage.
Yeah.
Does the show know that if someone were to enter and exit the portal, would the portal close on their exit?
You do not believe so, no. It's likely that the portal will close after
So
a
we just-
certain function occurs. So, like on your side, it might have closed because someone on the other side closed it themselves. In terms of like what she did, the portal itself, according to the way it works, will not be closed at all because on this side, no time has passed unless she's already came back and returned. So either she closed it herself or she's already returned. But,
Okay.
yeah, the portal should have no time difference, essentially.
To prove a point, the show's going to step through the portal.
Oh dear God.
On the other side, he's going to wait
Yep.
for 5
Nope.
minutes.
Nope.
And then,
Nope.
This is where things
You're
happen.
gone. You're gone.
You over there now.
oh, well, cool. I got to go to the other map.
Soon.
Who's just gonna
Everyone,
poke her headed?
Sage,
And
can you
you're
post the food puffs so everyone can choose them right quick?
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah!
Let me go find them. Was
Here
not...
we go.
Oh man. All right.
Hand just on the hat, fucking sprinting.
You know,
Those are the food buffs. All right, and you also go. Okay.
Yeah, no, we're fucking yeehaw gamer.
Yeah, everyone's making their way in now.
Tiana would go through. Donar would go through with Vaz, and then you.
What
and
tier food is this?
JC, what's the tier food?
Tier 1.
Tier 1. So you all can choose one of those benefits. All right, and as you enter through the portal, let me go and grab the proper ambience. Let's see here. Ambience.
And I will just paste this so that I have it. I'm taking the advantage on death saving throws.
Excellent.
I will
Okay.
also take the advantage on death saving throws.
So I used so far today 1, 2 third level slots, and I would have used 2 4th level slots to death ward me and Ixon when we woke up, and 2 5th level 8.
All right, and Let's see here. You're using how many death wards, JC?
Let's see, how many do I have on? Okay, so I have used 2 death wards and 2 aids so far.
Okay. So
I have
just
gotten
you,
me and
just you and Nixon. Okay. That means one Renea, Deshow,
Pick me.
Floof,
Oh wait, I only need 1 aid.
and
Because it's
Pogger.
3 per target.
You would be the subject of Renea's death ward.
Cool.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Okay, who are we missing?
Was I death warded there? I apologize.
Negative.
Me.
You are not death
Where are
warded.
our people?
All
I
right.
forgot that.
So, as you enter through the portal, seemingly all at the same time, as time is, paused in terms of the differences between the two planes, you all feel a swirling vortex washing away yourself, your sense of being, your very soul, as if you're being remade within a washing machine. A great black void surrounds you. I need to roll a d6.
I'm taking the resistance to first non-physical damage for both me and Nixon.
I can't see anything in the boneyard path.
Yep, don't worry about it.
It's
I'm
because our
very worried
tokens aren't
about it.
down yet.
Alright, so I'm going to go doing top-down. Let me just make these tokens visible real quick. So this is the line I'm going to. Top, down, left, right.
Top down. Okay.
Alright, so
These are the orders.
you are 3. You are 6. You are 6. You are 2. You are 6. There's a lot of 6s.
A lot of 6s.
You are 4.
Oh, I'm gonna write that.
You're 4.
4.
You're 6.
I was hoping there would
You're
only be
6.
3 6s.
Dear God, there's so many
That's
6s.
cool.
It'd be thematic.
This kind of worries me.
Alright. So, we will start with players, so I'm not going to worry about the NPC who's by herself. Ada and Dixon. You find
Hi.
yourself in a strange, towering marble stone building. Souls float throughout, going about their business, heedless of your presence. The air is thick with the stench of death and ash. You're unsure of exactly where you are, but you do not see the portal, nor do you see your friends. For purpose of this is an imagination land.
Okay. So, I suppose first things first is skill. Where is it? Skills. Oh, I haven't been on here for too long. There it is. Skills. Perception. Oh, first things first, try to get my bearings. That should be 2 higher, 26.
26. Looking around, it looks like you're in some greeting hall of sorts. A grand hallway with desks. People sitting behind these desks are floating. You're not quite sure, but they are translucent, as if spirits. You can see many of which are kind of floating around, going through portals, pushing their way beyond walls, through doorways. Kind of looks like a Grand Central Station type of thing, like you're in some train station, but a station of souls and transportation. You would see several figures, one of which seems to be the most active among the souls, as they are actively speaking, and then their beaked face turns towards you. Hunched over, they begin to shuffle your way, a staff in hand. Let me go grab the token.
Can Ada understand what they're saying with a beak?
Do you understand Necrol?
She does not. Neither does Ixon.
You do not understand what they're saying. This creature will approach. A blind, raven-like form, dressed in grey robes, holding a gravestone tablet with a key upon its face, walking with a cane. It'll quirk its head, begin speaking, but sensing that you do not understand, it will switch to the common tongue. Let me go and make sure what his voice is supposed to be real quick.
But can Ada read his lips?
He does not have
she's,
lips.
She's deaf.
He does not have lips. So
So
this is gonna be
Ada
awkward.
just doesn't know. He's just like, beak is opening and closing, and Ixon's gonna try his best to translate.
Okay.
I'm
He can't
so
use
excited.
real words. Oh
He will look towards Ixon, who tries to translate. He will sigh as you see him kind of look down at his tablet. He will then pull out his staff and motion it towards your face.
no! So it looks like he's trying to tell me to look at the list, or if I'm on the list, right?
He wants you to roll me insight.
Insight.
He wants to bop you with his stick. Perhaps grant you some ability to communicate.
Okay, Ada will nod.
Alright. He will bop you on the head as magic courses through the staff and into your mind, as a mental link is formed between the two of you. Let's see here.
Mortal moving through the land of the dead. This has not happened in some time. Quick, what brings you here? Why do I sense more loose souls?
I am looking to seek an what's the dragon lady name?
The one that you've been hunting?
The mommy dragon.
Oh, that is Sereneth.
There you go.
I am looking to get an audience with Sereneth.
He will look down at his tablet.
Sereneth. More lost souls. Difficult this will be. Why do you seek audience?
Her daughter, we believe, was around here, and she may know where she is or went. And I was asked very nicely by a bunch of living kobolds to see if she would like to return to the living.
You are
Imagine being lawful good.
strange.
Current.
Oh, speaking of things, protect alliance. Let's go.
Protected Alliance. Let's see. Can you post the building name real quick? Or building point
Yeah.
real quick?
Let me get. I was looking through my stuff and I remembered I had it, and it's in the chat.
Alright. For the first two sections, let's see here. Likely ally? Yes. He is a likely ally. Current attitude towards you, he is unfriendly, but he is not like hostile or not willing to become friendly. What is your single suggested action?
Just being completely truthful with my intentions. Basically, the suggestion, I suppose, is if I do my best not to lie.
That would reveal good results.
Okay. Don't lie to the scary bird person. Got it.
You seek to free souls.
I am merely here to see if she would be willing to. It is up to her if she would like to try to become free of death.
It is not up to her. It is up to the lady.
That's a martial check on him, by the way. Just to make sure.
Does not hit the DC.
Yeah, I thought so.
Did you come in with others? Or by yourself and coincidence?
I have come in with a decently large party. My apologies. There were a total of... She's counting in her head. 10 of us in total, including me and my familiar.
Fine. Come with me. We'll find them before they die to the mist.
Cool.
He will
Yep, Ada will follow.
start walking with his stick. All right, let's see here. Moving along, you and Barjak, which he has not given you his name just yet, but you and Barjak will eventually come upon, shuffling through the streets of a grand city, which seems to be built from the gravestones, the sarcophagi, the mausoleums, the dead. Shop fronts line the streets. A large black river filled with souls flows through its center. But eventually, as you are wandering through the streets, you would find Tiana, wandering through a twisted path of gravestones, bones, and lost souls. Kind of think like Nocturne Alley from Harry Potter. Both, undead and stuff.
Okay.
I don't like it here. Ada, I'm so happy to see you. These souls there are a little clingy. I sense death upon you. Yes, not intentionally anymore. I do apologize about that. Your company is concerning.
What exactly do you do here, Barzak? Not Barzak, yeah, I'm giving him, sir.
I am the keeper. I ensure proper passage and travel for those who come to the boneyard, and handle any intruders, guiding them so they do not die worthlessly.
I apologize if me and my companions have created undue stress and work for you.
It happens. Always adventurers come through here. No matter. This way.
And he will lead you along through this bony path, through a maze of gravestones and mausoleums, to a towering cliff face. And as he is wandering through this way, before we get to them, we will go to Floof and John. As you are spat out of the swirling vortex, you find yourself at the edge of a towering gravestone cliff, hanging upon a lone tree that is blackened and twisted with its roots clinging desperately to the cliff's face. You find yourselves hundreds of feet above the ground. Although you can see it, it is somewhat misted over. Souls linger, floating throughout the area.
Are we on top of the tree or like dangling from the tree?
You are dangling from the tree.
Floof would like to climb back into the tree.
It is easy enough. You have a climb speed, although as you climb through it, maneuvering through the tree's branches and boughs, you feel something strange. And then you realize the tree is swaying precariously as roots one by one begin to pop off with each movement.
Oh no.
Floof.
I would like to stop moving.
Excellent.
I'd like to mention that John is like hanging by his fucking poncho on some branch, just like Floof.
Floof is gonna reach down and offer to pull him up.
I typically accept that very well. Let's not move too much. I can feel that tree slowly moving.
As you are saying this, part of your poncho begins to tear as you jolt a couple inches down.
Okay, never mind. Get me up.
Alright, I am going to carefully bring them up
athletics check.
into the tree. A what check, sorry?
Athletics.
Hell yeah. Incredible. Right.
also the reason why the bone path is not visible, because I want that reveal to be for everyone.
13.
13. As you begin to hoist John up from the branch, you hear a sickening crack. And you look over your shoulder as you see the tree, the final root, dislodges from the gravestones as it begins to plummet hundreds of feet to the ground. Make me perception
Can
check,
I
both of you.
can I try to jump out of the tree and onto the cliff while holding John?
You can give me a
Do I
dexterity
have
saving throw.
time instead, while we're still like touching, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna dimension door to the cliff.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dex save. Plus 2. 12.
Alright, you're not
19.
quite fast enough. Unfortunately, due to the speed of the motion, you lose concentration on the spell, although it's not quite expended. The magic energy is a little too much due to the whooshing nature. Floof, you try to jump forward, reaching towards the edge of the cliff face, grabbing upon one of the gravestones. You hang there, dangling with John upon your offhand as you hold them steady, although you do see your fingers are slipping. At this point in time, you would hear something approaching. A faint clicking, clacking sound of wood upon stone.
Ah! Are these your friends?
Hey John, I'm slipping.
John, I guess he's going to try to get a handhold, but there's like no strength.
Roll me athletics.
I'm gonna guess Ixton hears them.
Ixon does, yeah.
10.
Ixton's gonna go fly to them.
Your arm begins to slip. You fall,
And
lose grasp upon Floof, although they are still holding you by the scruff of your poncho now. And then suddenly you see Ixon fly near you.
Ixton makes worried panic noises.
Help.
Yes, I will help
Give
them.
me somebody.
You will see a strange, crow-like figure dressed in a gray robe, holding a staff and a gray gravestone tablet, kind of hover over the edge.
1 second, I will help you.
He will raise his staff high,
Howdy, mister.
and magic will begin to form from it, as a staircase of gravestones will form beneath your feet, rising up to the top of the cliff.
I will happily take that.
I'm gonna happily take that and happily take a swig.
Happy Ixton noises.
Thank you, Ixon. I'm gonna turn to the bird guy and say, "Thank you, sir. Can I ask your name?"
I am Barjak, the passage keeper.
Thank you, Barsha. How are you?
You're your friend. They are the one who told me about you. Otherwise, you'd be splattered. Come.
Well, thank you, Miss Ada.
I sense there
Thank
are
you,
others deeper within the boneyard.
We are still missing half our party. It's most likely them.
Yes.
So there was no point in me thinking Ada. She can't read my lips.
They're centralized, though.
Oh, again, you don't have lips.
Yeah, so well, there are some innate issues here.
Ixton does his best to translate.
Sick.
He will begin making his way deeper within the twisting paths of gravestones. As he does so, the main party, you all would find yourself within a grand chamber. Bone-clad pillars rise 60 feet above to the ceiling, holding up the decorated roof that bears symbology of the dead. A towering pair of bone claws hang upon the southern edge, emanating from which lies a spectral purple aura that radiates with magic. At the heart of this chamber lies a well, covered in necral runes that descends down and down into the inky black void at its heart. A large pair of double doors, gilded in a blackened steel, covered in runic symbols with the necral language, line the northern hall. Something strange, though. Renea is only partially here. You see their spectral form shaking hands with another form. before they turn to you.
Angelkin.
John is just wide-eyed.
Well, you're not here. This is
Oh,
group. This
sorry.
is yeah. You guys are still making your way to the Grand Chamber,
Ah.
so it's just this group.
Did you lose something, Renea?
I did what I could. Hopefully, it's enough. I won't
What?
be long for this, but perhaps with this sacrifice, you will all have the strength needed.
What are you talking about?
I made a deal.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What
Oh.
kind of deal?
Uh-oh.
Oh. Renea, you...
I'm a danger. If, with my being here, there's a greater chance that Sir Raye and her people will find me and my family. Will use it to bring oblivion to the world. So, made a deal. Safety for my family. Resurrection of a friend. But it does mean I'll have to leave you. So I guess this is goodbye.
Desho looks heavy in the heart and says, well, thank you. I assume Renee is incorporeal.
At this point, she is vastly approaching true incorporealness.
So, he gives a salute.
Tears running down her face. One tear will fall to the ground as her form disperses. Forming from the tear, though, a spectral form begins to surge into being. Let me go grab that token. As a winged tiefling appears. I'm pretty sure I saved the token, right? I did. Okay, cool. I did save the token.
Where?
Let's see here. Games, campaigns, Lost Fable, tokens, players. Calvin. Bam. Whoop.
Mm,
And you are good to introduce yourself.
All right. How confused am I, and do I know Renea did this?
100% you know that Renea made a deal with the devil that you dealt with before. The
Oh my
the
fucking
jail
god.
king. They traded themselves for protection to their family, to resuscitate your soul, and to bring you back. And as their soul was captured, you notice that their soul was not brought to hell, but grasped by an angelic force and raised to Elysium. This angered the jailkeeper a lot, but sucks to suck.
Okay. Here. Sorry, my ambiance is a little too loud to hear myself with these noise canceling headphones. There we go. All right. As this tiefling appears, he's like 5'11", including the horns. Kind of looks pretty womanly, except for he's got beard stubble now. Graying in his long hair, despite apparently young age. Looks as if he hasn't slept in a couple of years. Pretty damn pale, not quite bone pale. There's a little bit of flush in his face, but pretty damn pale. Multiple scars visible on the exposed portions of his body. He's wearing colorful clothing, kind of a dark blue tunic with a matching headscarf. Actually has some decent looking armor on. But as he appears, basically just crumples to the ground. Wings kind of encapsulating him a little bit. slowly kneels a bit, and then looking around, seeming just dead inside, looking down at his form, and then the people standing around him. Renea, you did it. Stupid girl. And who the hell are you guys?
So
the same thing with myself.
you look up to see a man about the same height as you, a little bit taller, with wearing what appears to be a bear skin, but with slick back blonde hair and golden eyes, and he has a sword pretty much leveled at you, and says, "First, how about you tell us who you are?"
What's your passive perception?
5, literally 5.
Okay. Kind of spitefully, rising back to a standing position, almost stepping back, but then keeping a firm stance, kind of out of stoicism, with a bit of a grimace on his face, hands at his sides. Does anybody here have better passive perception?
I have 7.
All right, never mind.
We do real well here.
Never mind.
Ada's the
bad
high
Ada's not
passive
there.
perception person.
I am the passive perception.
And what's that
And flip
then?
tab.
What's Ada's?
8 is not here, so it doesn't matter.
Oh my fucking god. All right. Hands at his sides, but having a bit of a grimace on his face. You knew Renea, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh yes, and on what terms are you who she's been wasting her time with recently?
There's a
Hardly.
considerable age difference to consider there.
Yeah, gross. She is a 10th my age.
Not what I meant, you pervert.
But yes, where Desho looks behind him and finally takes a head count. We're half of Renea's current, or former, I suppose, traveling party.
He clenches and unclenches his fists, at first seeming a bit aggressive with the motion, but after a moment you see him glancing down and mostly just strangely inspecting his own form, seeming a little confused as to it. Very well. I had I guess you might call it a fling with her once upon a time. Anyway, where are we?
Well, we're in a realm called the Boneyard, and that's about all I've figured out so far.
Boneyard. All right. Why?
How much has your body language eased up at this point, if at all?
No, noticeably, he still looks a bit tense, but not outright like defensive. Like his
Okay.
shoulders are still like flexed and back. He's in almost a fighting stance, but is a little looser with it, and isn't like constantly eyeing between those in front of him. Mostly just focusing on his own like hands now.
Okay. So, the why is a long story. So, first, Desho opens his sword hand. The sword falls for like 6 inches before it just vanishes into thin air. And now his hand is just extended like for a shake. My name is Desho.
Calvin Thirst.
I'm Pelodrin, but you can call me Pogger.
As you wish.
Along with us, we have. Who all do we have?
We have Dinar and Vaz.
Dinar and Vaz. Where well, we were in the Fateful Eight. I guess still are. We were traveling with Renea, and we're here to stop someone with whom you may have history. I'm kind of a new addition to the party. I don't entirely know. But if you knew Renee, I guess that we're probably your best shot at getting out of here.
All right. Well. Right now, I could do for a few friends.
Well, there are a few more somewhere, and we need to go find them.
All right. No point wasting time then.
Right. At this point in time, as you are ready to move onwards, the doors to your chamber open, and I want to move you guys to the map. Boneyard Path. Control W, paste up. Control F and E, and paste.
Oh, this
place is huge.
wicked.
There we are. You see your companions, along with a strange, hunched, crow-like figure in gray robes, holding a walking staff and a gravestone tablet, make their way inside through the doors.
Speak of the
Are these your friends?
That they are.
That's the last of them, yes.
Most of them are, I think.
The tiefling seems new.
I whispered to Desho next to me. That weird-looking bird isn't one of yours, is he?
no. Never seen them before.
Oh, thank Castra.
Gotta add Barazak to my random NPCs who I'm befriending. There's a lot of those now.
It's true. You'll make his way forward.
Bonds.
Ah, looks like your entry to the portal landed you properly. And we found it too. Well,
You hate normal spellings of things, don't you?
This is actually an NPC I did not make.
Somebody really hates the.
This
spelling
is
thing.
Their names are Wizards of the Coast.
Barzak from Pathfinder, the official psychopomp usher of the Dead Roads within the Boneyard.
Psychopomp Usher? How do I get a title like that?
Well, psychopomp is the type of creature he is.
How do we get a title like that?
Still, answer the question.
Did I stutter? It's quite the possibility.
Become a servant of Pharasma.
Okay, not this character, but the next one.
Same. Well,
So, how much damage has our non-death warded people been taking?
oh
Is
yeah.
that,
Oh,
is that
yeah,
still a
I'm-
thing we have to be worrying about?
I'm
Well-
taking damage.
Well, John is fine. John feels fine.
Oh,
Dinar, they are starting to feel the effects. Same with Vaz. At this point in time, you are looking at about 20 necrotic damage to anyone who does not have the thing. Strangely enough, Tiana is also fine.
John will kind of lean in to Floof. Y'all said being here was supposed to hurt, right?
I mean, I thought so.
It's
Are
supposed
you
to
not
hurt
hurting?
those of us who live, John.
Maybe that's what's working for me. Well, that'll do.
right then. You lot. gather up. Don't go in there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, I thought that was a rug.
I pronounced
That's the well.
not a
That's a
rug.
well, not a rug. Got it.
Do I know what this well
Hey,
is?
Sage, I would like to pull something out of my fur and drop it in there.
I would like to look down into the well.
Roll me an Arcana or Religion, Pogger.
I'm gonna do Arcana.
What you see an empty black void that doesn't. It just goes on and on and on of darkness.
29.
Is this where you throw the souls?
All right, and what are you pulling out, Floof? Are you doing another fur check essentially?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull something up.
1 second. I don't think I've ever rolled a 91. Let's see, 91. Pulling out from your fur. Oh dear God, no!
Oh, you're.
What did you pull?
You pull out from your
Live
fur
Live kitten.
something strangely furry, and then it starts to bite you, and you drop a live ferret down into the hole.
Circle
Sprinkle.
Sprinkle, no!
At this point, he deserved
You
it.
see the fairy go, and you see it slowly decay. Green spectral energy rip off from the ferret and rise into the air, and then something forms from the spectral energy as a spirit rises up and shoots out and into Ada as Ada hunches over, seemingly in pain.
Ma'am, why do you have a ferret in your
Ada's
throat?
just she's gonna run over and take her on Ada. Feeling very bad. Oh no, Ada, you okay?
So that's not where you put the souls.
No. And it seems one has gotten free and attached itself to this one.
Poke, poke. You feel strange, Ada. More specifically, you feel different. You feel like something else is fighting with your mind. And you are losing.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wisdom saving throws.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Do I have any of the boneyard negative things with Death Ward on? Or
Say again?
any of the strongly neutral aligned negative things?
Those only apply
Oh,
to
that
ability
doesn't
checks.
But do I still have those with whatchamacallit?
With-
Death Ward?
Yeah.
Rude. I don't have.
Death Ward just protects you from dying from being here.
Okay. That's a 17 whiz save.
God.
You lose yourself.
Oh.
Oh no!
As your,
Ouch.
In the moment.
as your skin begins to grow spectral fur. As a familiar figure to Calvin appears.
Oh god, not this again.
What?
As
instead of
Narik has possessed Ada.
Narik?
Fucking.
Narik? Oh
Okay.
shit!
Do you have a
Okay.
token for Narik, JC?
What?
Do you have a token for
John
Narik?
summons his gun, by the way.
Yeah, I'm drawing mine as well.
We
I'm keeping it. I'm
have
keeping it at my side.
plenty of
but-
art we can take a picture of
Yeah.
and make one right quick.
Yeah, send me a picture.
Or you want to send a picture of Norwich to Sage?
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
We're going to take a moment for us to choose one and send it to you if you want to keep moving on.
That's perfect, because I have a secondary thing. John's gonna take a step back and take note of kind of a head count. Where the hell is Renea?
You had others with you.
There was one more. The head count's the same.
Renea made a deal.
Oh, for some reason I thought you had token control. Let me fix that.
Renea made a deal.
She's no longer with us.
There you go. You have control now.
Yeah, looks like it.
You're telling me that girl made a deal?
Yes.
I know. She did. How else would you? If you knew where I'd been, you'd understand that this is no laughing matter, sir.
I'm sorry. Are you?
It's
Did you?
You.
What did you do to Renee?
Well, aside from leading her down a dangerous path, I fucked her a few times.
John will walk over fairly
You must be Calvin.
nonchalantly.
you've heard of me.
He will take out from his book, or from his bag, a contract. Well, you will have to do then.
Okay,
If you could be so kind to prick your finger and cross off her name. Because from the sounds of it, she's off this contract. And you're the closest we've got to her.
So is this John's contract of employment then?
This is John's contract. You may read it if you desire.
Sage, considering the perceived time and experience I have with devils now, do I get any shady vibes from this contract and from the act of signing it?
Do you have any shady vibes in your contract, John?
Well, there is a whole clause that basically states if one of the whatever her last name is, family gets captured, I get to shoot them to avoid their live capture. Other than that, it's a fairly base. I can relink it actually, but
Jesus Christ, Renea actually agreed to this?
Oh, actually, it's not too far up in the library. It's like right there. It's the contract of the damned.
Yes, you are, Rigby.
Cause I'm extra. So, this is the contract she has decided upon, and that she has agreed with. Her blood was useful for something, hence the asterisk. She's no longer on this contract, and as the primary signature is gone, well, I guess her brother's now the primary signature. But your blood will have to do. It does state that to remove somebody from the contract, it has to be in their blood. But, John will make do with next of kin or his own if he has to.
Well,
And that's a threat.
so you're saying, giving a wee poke to one of the Colzion lasses gives me title to go signing contracts that could lead to the rest of the family getting, executed?
Ma'am, they are in no danger, as I am aware of.
Sir, if you don't mind, I've been using the polite terms as well. I don't know if you noticed the fucking beard I'm trying to grow. Takes a while, okay?
Understandable, I know that feeling. I apologize. I don't see too well. Now,
Yeah,
sir,
I can see that.
if you would do as so kind to cross off their name. If not, I can do it myself, but it seems more fitting. We ain't exactly in a time of ability to go see her parents and the such to give the next of kin. You're in the boneyard, ma'am. We all are now, and
Hey, fuck yourself, buddy.
Hey, listen. We're
You know
going to
what?
be a team here, and you are going to be nice, or we are going to leave you down here.
John will simply shrug,
John has been accidentally calling their man.
put the gun into the holster on his back,
I did the same.
take a knife out of his boot, prick his finger, and cross off her name. I will make edits.
So I have to wonder, are you holding the contract with your mage hand to do this?
Oh yeah.
Well, while that's all going on, up here.
Paul's going to walk up to Barzak, and he's going to say, "Is there some sort of cosmic usher I could report this dangerous hazard to? This is negligent. Fix this right now."
Cosmic Otter.
Asha.
OSHA. It's pronounced OSHA.
Oh. I was like, no, there's not a Cosmic Otter.
Oh damn it.
Can
There's
there
a
be?
cosmic parrot now.
Is there a way I
Yeah,
can put a
there is.
horizontal line through text on the Google Docs?
Google
Yeah.
Docs, yeah.
Strike through.
Anyways,
Thank you.
Well, to be fair, this entire place is not up to me. I don't control the landscape.
I'd like to speak to your manager.
Well, we're gonna speak with her anyways. First, when you get this all covered out. You! Spirit!
Maybe.
Release her now.
Narik is going to look up from the concerned Ixin and trying to pet it, and look to the bird, and look back to the dragon, and look back to the bird. I'm sorry, I was distracted. What?
Get out of my sister now.
Narik is going to look down at himself.
You see your spectral form kind of like armored over Ada's body.
It's especially funny because Narik's a lot shorter than Ada.
Yep.
Oh, I feel tall. Oh. Narik is gonna try to push around at it.
As you push around, your Ada's limbs move.
Oh. Narik's gonna try pulling one of the fingers out of the spectral form.
You are able to speak as both Ada and yourself.
What is Ada experiencing at this point?
They feel their body being puppeted. They're like paralyzed, but their body is moving, not of their own free will.
Yeah, it's sleep paralysis, but worse.
So if a piece of them is out, Ada can speak, is what you said? Or...
Yep. Yeah, you haven't fully taken control, so Ada can speak freely.
What? Paul? Ada has a lot of panic in her eyes. She's not really sure what she can do here. Ixin looks super worried, trying to comfort his mom. The monkey is just kind of playing around for body.
I am going to... Can I try to target specifically Narik with an effect?
What's the effect?
My telekinetic push thing.
You can certainly try.
So that would be a strength save on behalf of Narik.
Roll a strength save.
Oh, Narik, clone, strave. Oh, hey.
Can I recognize them? Because I saw. Can you mute yourself for a second? Alright, so I'm wondering if I can. I've seen Narik and asked about them in Renea's spell thing. Can I recognize them, or am I gonna have to roll for that?
You would recognize them, yeah. There's only so many monkeys that look like that.
Alright, Fluke's gonna walk over to where they are, and...
Well, this would have been when you're already over here, so you have not yet walked down here to the skull of Calvin.
Cool. Okay, cool.
An 18 succeeds.
Alright, you see the magical force begin to push at the spiritual form of Narik, but the specter remains.
Alright, listen.
That kind of tickles.
Listen. Spirit, why do you possess this body?
I was waiting for some friends, but they haven't shown up yet, and I kind of ended up here.
I don't know how to respond to that. Listen.
Have you by chance seen a white cat in there?
Alright, anyways. Why are you possessing this body now? You just bored?
That just happened. Oh, hey, Cal. Hey, Cal, it's me, it's Narik, Cal.
Wait, Narik, no, you fucking monkey brain. You're
Oh,
not.
that's right, you know him?
You're not mad at me?
Why would I be mad?
Forget it. You know what? It's good to see you, the old champ. Good fucking memories.
Small underworld, jeez.
I come up and I do the the Dylan, you son of a bitch thing where you clasp hands and do a single bro hug.
The Predator.
Narik is going to try to do that with his spectral hand that is inside of Ada, and it just does not turn out well.
So the spectral hand does kind of morph through your arm, but Ada's hand does kind of slap gently against yours like a fish kind of flapping around on land against your arm. It doesn't turn out well, as JC said.
Ada's still just like panically looking around. You can't really tell she's looking around because her eyes are all the same color, but still.
Roll me a faith check for Ada.
The show is gonna take a step back and line up shoulder to shoulder with John. And
do I add my?
It's your level
I
and your
thought that would
divine
be more
class
weird.
plus wisdom.
Okay, does cleric and oracle both count for this or no?
Yeah.
Cast 10 plus wisdom. 14. That's a 24.
All right. Ada will receive a vision. They would see themselves walking hand in hand with this monkey, rising them from this darkness. And they see one flickering candle light up. And hear in your mind, one step closer to the crown.
Ada groans as Ixin will hop onto her shoulder, kind of like wiggling his little paws inside the spectral stuff and like grab part of her hand with his mouth to pull it out so that she can talk. I believe I have to help free the monkey from Hestia.
I'm sorry, what?
That's somewhat of a conflict of interest for you, Ada.
At this point, the party is conjoined back in timelines, so you all can do your conjoined thing.
Cal folds his wings tightly behind his back, as he will grow to do often. I don't think I will actually have a cape because it ended up being too expensive, so it just looks like I do. But his tail is like flipping back and forth frequently like a cat. He seems happier now.
John will kind of go up to Paul and kind of shoulder to shoulder with him now and just go, Paul, do you want me to like banish Ada's form to try and get the spirit off?
No, that would send Ada back to the material plane, and there's no telling when we would interact with her again.
Well, I could drop concentration early. I'm just trying to get the spirit off her.
I'd like to try something first, if you don't mind.
Oh?
That's sure something.
I'd like to cast Suggestion on Narik. So, whiz save.
Oh, I'm a monk.
Monks do not have proficiency in whiz saves.
No, but I have a good one.
Do you?
Remember
Yeah,
back
plus
in
four.
Pathfinder when they had proficiency in all saves? I
Oh,
remember.
that's great. Let's find out. Oh, 22. Norik don't care.
Fuck you.
Alright, listen. You're all new souls here and you're slowly dying for those who are not prepared. So, I'm gonna ask you once more now that you're all here, what is your purpose on this plane?
Well,
Wait. Slowly dying, I feel better than I felt in a good 20 years, I think.
Well, Mr. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name to the bird creature.
I am Barjak, the Passage Keeper.
Barjak the Passage Keeper. My name is Desho. It is great to meet you. We came here in order to hunt down an old enemy who's trying to revive their mother.
Slash possibly.
Sereneth.
Slash possibly an old comrade of theirs named Whisper.
Yes, we know that they're here trying to revive somebody. We're not quite sure who.
Actually, could you confirm for us if they are here?
Let me check the tablet. What's their name?
You'll pull a look towards the stone tablet, which the key symbol pulls out a key, and they'll look towards you.
What's their name?
God, I don't. Was that Saren Ray? Because Saren
Saren Ray?
was the mother.
Saren Ray is a goddess.
Saren, God, son of a bitch. I don't know them.
You do not see your maps. I believe Renea had all your stuff.
Sage, am I gonna lose my origin bonus for that?
Can you post me your origin bonus again?
It's the maps.
You're gonna have to make some new maps.
There are my family maps
I know.
of like
Oh no!
like that was literally everything he had.
Sucks to suck.
So I don't have an origin bonus anymore.
For now.
Out of character. What was the person's name that we're looking for?
Saraye?
Syrik?
God, why do they have
Syrik.
to make so
Syrik
similar
sounds
names?
correct. Syrik.
Alright, he'll put the key into the lock and turn it left, and it will flash with a somewhat dim blue light.
There's a soul within this plane by that name, yes.
Can you also check for one more for me?
What's the name?
Spark?
Spark.
Yeah.
There's like thousands of those. Is it a puppy? Is it a person? Need to narrow it down.
She's a white tabaxi.
Alright.
I'll take the key out. I'll put it back in. Let me go look at my specific notes on you real quick. Remind myself about them.
While this is happening, Cal briefly catches up Narik on what happened after his passing. Yeah, so anyway, there was like this big misunderstanding with the kid, and he just decided to cut your head off. Then, my hometown got attacked by that bitch Whisper, and of course I felt obligated to rush in and try to do something. There was a fucking hag there too. And it was only me and Renea, so of course, after a good fight, I eventually got my ass handed to me. Gun blew up a few times. And then Whisper shanked me through the neck. And that's my last living memory, and I've been in hell ever since.
Narik is gonna feel around on his neck.
Oh yeah,
Just a
yeah.
cat.
Oh no, it was right here. See, in the left artery. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I guess the bitch thought she'd get me back as part of some kind of contract, and then she noped out of it.
Turn the key.
White Tabaxi Spark. We've had some through here, but none currently.
I've got one last question for you, if you don't mind me asking.
Yes.
A gnome of the name of Hingle McCringleberry.
Ah.
Yeah, I know.
Out.
I know. I don't know why you took the key out. I tried to catch you before.
I
you
have to
did.
take it out every time as I have to re-initiate it.
That is horrid design.
Well, it kind of gets a lot of information covered, so... Anyways,
Put the key back in, turn it.
No. They are not within this plane. Their soul was claimed elsewhere.
That's either concerning or for the best.
I would say
Right.
concerning unless you like, fire.
Well, that's concerning.
Let me just tell you, if you think you like fire and you think you're better at resisting fire than other people are, it doesn't make a difference.
It already made my hair smell weird.
That's not my concern.
May I ask one of you as well?
Go ahead.
Take the keys out.
A half-elven woman by the name of UC Deshow.
Put it in. Click.
Yeah,
If you're
that...
saying hi to dead people, can you tell my tribe I say hi?
Who are you?
I'm Narik.
That narrows it down so much. The person's here.
Do you
He'll
know
approach
other
the show.
Nariks?
I mean, at least
And
12.
I need to roll something.
Maybe you might know, and Narik is going to say a very long, very complicated name in Venaran.
You'll blink. I'll take the key out, put it back in, turn it. They were here a while ago. They're not here anymore.
That's a shame.
The show is
Yeah, right.
visibly shaken by the knowledge that who he asked about is here.
All right,
John's
listen. I've answered a lot of questions now. First off, what the hells is that? And he'll point to the portal.
Well,
For those who actually spawned here, you walked from the portal to get inside.
that's where we came from, and I expect it's where we'll be leaving from as well.
1 second. He'll move up to the portal and start studying it as he begins to raise his staff and magic begins to swirl around him.
Don't you dare close that portal.
I'm not
I don't
closing
think
it,
we
I'm
can stop.
studying it.
Where's
Well,
it from?
The show will point out what we figured out earlier, assuming it's the same setup on the other side.
Do you think I know where it goes? Wait, let me guess. East of Kalbesh.
I have no idea, I'm
no.
studying it right now.
Okay. South.
No.
By the way, JC, if you want to switch between Ada and Narik, you can select your token, go to campaign, use disguise, and that'll let you change your token. Once you choose which one, you click OK, you can click cancel and it'll get you out of the menu. So you can change back and forth freely.
Okay, that's gonna make things a little bit easier. Thank you. Wait. Oh.
I have to say this day's turning out pretty nicely.
This person you're hunting,
I expect
are they the one who formed this portal?
Initially,
Should-
yes.
Should be.
Right. Well, the mistress is gonna want to speak with you.
Oh, joy. Okay. Immediately?
Mistress. There's a lot of mistress.
Lady of Graves, Phrasma.
Oh.
Would Pharasma be able to remove this invader from my sister?
Yes.
I am like him. Not an invader. I am a wearer.
John gives
She
like
said
That's
she's
a
okay with
distinction
it.
without a difference.
She did say she was okay with it.
As Ada is like obviously trying not to cry.
Oh.
They're trying to put up a brave face and deal with it. They're it's getting there. They don't like not being able to move too well.
All right.
John gives like a side glance to Floofster at the mention that we have to go see Pharasma. We're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to see the lady?
Well, from what I've heard, we are gonna have conflicts.
So your facade is not just a facade, then?
No, he's
John
actually
will
like that.
put down the mask. He's got a certain amount of trust in the keeper here. More of in a state, let's call it.
Holy shit, it's a fucking undead.
John has been a little bit cursed, and our good friend Kat has partaken of souls once before, who deeply regrets their decisions, and has been cured
And rehabilitated.
and rehabilitated. That is very important.
Mine was a little
I
gift
will
from
never
my
give another soul.
Almaday.
Right. Well,
He'll put the mask
if
back on.
conflict lies between you and the mistress, perhaps another option. I wouldn't want to go against her, but I'm kind of not supposed to, talk about this portal being what it is. More specifically, I was supposed to fix it and I didn't know about it. So, anyways, we're all both in this shit now, so let's work together, shall we?
Wonderful plan.
How is it that every time I go to another realm, I make a friend who's a gatekeeper?
That's just weird.
It's happened twice.
Hmm.
First, it was this guy, what was his name? Galazorin?
Oh,
The
yeah,
abyss?
I know him. He hangs out in
Has-
the Soul Spire.
Oh, shame. Or was
Yeah.
that a good thing?
He comes by every now and then trying to recruit.
Good for him. He was rather hospitable. I was expecting worse from the denizens of the abyss. And then now you.
Oh, but won't your boss get a little bit upset if they find out you didn't tell him about this?
That's why they don't find out.
Look, I'm already tasked with this. I'm just behind Sejual.
Schedule. Schedule.
Yes.
That's a fun word. Schedule.
Anyways, so, since you do not want to speak with the mistress and I want this cleared up sooner rather than later, how about this? There's a particular mausoleum, shall we call it, within this plane. I obviously want this thing closed. I want you out of here, because mortals not supposed to be on this plane. I can give you some protection so you don't die here. But, after having studied this thing, I can sense the ilk upon it. There's a being that has been powering it, apparently, ensuring it's maintained. And has been the cause of the undead riling about. Mistress is like undead, as I'm sure you know. So, here's my offer. I am kind of limited to the dead row, so I cannot really go there, but you can. You go to this mausoleum. You handle business. You stop the undead spawning, and, well, we both get what we want.
I would like to ask if I can. Give me a second, sorry. All right, so we are very happy to do that for you. We are more than happy to stop the undead coming through. That is honestly one of our goals as well. Could you also, for us, put in a good word for your mistress? We have had issues in the past, but I assure you that we are doing our very best to make up for our past mistakes, and we would hate to upset her, and perhaps a good word from you would give us in good grace.
Well, if you succeed, I can certainly do this.
If we're
Thank you.
if we're not speaking with Pharasma, how will I get that ghost out of my sister?
Well, I sensed a little something tied to that ghost, actually. Where I'm sending you is controlled by one of the crypt dragons. At this, Narik would recognize something and feel a bit of fear. From
He was doing a little dance.
From this entire time, Narik has been imprisoned by a being known as, let me go to my lib so I can grab the name of this creature, known as Endrusareth. A crypt
How's that
dragon.
one spelled?
Let me just copy it. It's spelled like that.
I'm
Endrusareth.
not going to try.
Wow. Okay.
A crypt dragon of some strength. One that has taken a liking to collecting souls. Souls that might not have willingly passed on. Narik being one of those who has, left within the boneyard for some time now before passing on to the afterlife. Whether they might have done so willingly, it's not really their choice at this point, as they have been captured by Endrusareth. And you have been dealt with harshly by this being, as I'm probably, Narik, as well aware, quite annoying.
That guy? Can I just go back in the pit?
Well, you want free from this realm, do you not?
He does.
I do have some apples to protect and eat. I haven't eaten apples in what feels like 12 years.
Well,
Hey, I can actually afford to buy those apples now. I can't believe it.
He will blink.
well, this being has your soul tethered. If you want free, you'll need to untether it. Or the mistress can, of course, untether it, but, we're not informing you about this now, are we?
Yet.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Excellent. So, you go there, you defeat Endridasareth, break whatever thing they're using to summon these undead, and, well, I can close this portal finally.
Okay, so about that, I have wiggly arms, and I punch hard. I punch hard. I'm a monkey. It's cool. But, and he'll just shake his floppy Ada hands at him.
Which one of you is going to remain?
What do you mean?
One of them needs to take full control while the other rests. When you are freed from this tethering, both will be separated.
I vote for the champ.
I'll vote for Ada. She's the one I'm contractually obliged to protect from this sort of thing.
Out of
I
character,
vote.
JC, which one do you want to play until the quest is complete?
Ada is going to be a shit ton more helpful to have around. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to go with Ada for this. Between Channel Divinity of Turn Undead and being able to Death Ward / heal, kind of. Yeah, Ada's probably going to be the best thing to have around.
Alright.
He'll move forward, staff in hand.
To be clear, insight can still be provided from the monkey, but they will not have control anymore. You will simply be a host.
Wait. And Narik is going to start to do a handstand.
Oh no.
As Ixen, bites his nose. And just, starts motioning with his wings at the bird guy to hurry up.
And bop on the snoot. As he slams his staff upon your snoot, magic begins to ensorcel Ada and Narik, forming around them like a bands, wrapping around and around and around in different circular patterns before the form of Narik is shot out into the bands and into the mind of Ada.
Fact.
I just realized the ambience is not looped. That's kind of annoying.
I can still feel him in my head.
That's because
I
he is
think
still in your
that
head.
might be a constant until we can, free him.
Of all the things I can hear now.
How do you say that?
Does that mean he can... Narik can perceive what's happening?
Now, since you'll be working under me, and some of you are difficult, it will be to understand some of the denizens here. I will grant you a boon for as long as you work under me. So gather up. Bop you on the snoot.
Bop, bop,
Flute
bop, bop,
demands to
bop,
be
bop,
first.
bop, 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 bop. Each of you gets a
Penta
bop on the snoot by his staff as magic fuels your body. Each of you have gained the boon of Barjak, gaining telepathy, 30 feet.
Oh.
Imagine not already having telepathy from your class.
It's
Okay,
true.
well, some of us
You also
like to have more than 2 health points.
each gain immunity to the negative effects of the plane,
Ooh.
as well as communication through limited sendings to Barjak. You guys have a total of 3 times per long rest, group-wise, that you can send him.
Testing. Is this thing on? No, I'm kidding.
I just realized something.
Yes.
So everything Renee was carrying is gone now, right?
Yes.
They were carrying so much shit.
Yes.
Can we
Oh,
raise her
no.
body?
We don't have diamonds anymore.
That is correct.
Can we loot the body?
The body's gone.
Wait, we have our anti-scrying crystal?
Oh, wait, no.
We spent so much on that.
Someone else is holding that.
I'm pretty sure
I
I'm pretty
think
sure it was
John
John. Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Let me see. Scrying shield. Yeah, John is holding that.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn it.
It is unfortunate. I will say, out of character, their stuff is not gone. You'll just have to find it.
Okay.
So you don't worry about me saying fuck all this loot you guys worked so hard for. You guys can still get it.
Hey, Sage, quick question.
Yes.
Since I haven't described what I have at my hip yet, could I theoretically have a custom magic item at this time?
Only if Nori gets to.
I would say, due to the nature of what you were dealing with, only within reason. Like,
Okay, basically, I don't know if you remembered the weapon idea I proposed when I first made Calvin. It's only slightly more technologically advanced than other things we've seen.
not off the top of my head, no.
I'll send it to you and I'll make a stat block proposal.
Gotcha.
A gun with a telescope on top.
Those exist.
Yeah, rolling block rifle. I'm looking right at it. That's not what I'm getting though.
But
I've got
a
one of
bigger
those.
telescope.
Alright. Well. I'm gonna have to remain here to make sure no more undead get through the portal. But
You will poke.
which one of you seems the most... You know what? Which one of you, as a party, is the most responsible?
Floof will raise her hand.
No.
I will forcefully lower her hand.
Joe will raise his hand after Floof's.
Yeah, let's.
I would have to say between me and Disho.
Either you is fine by me.
Alright, you.
You'll bop your head with his staff. In your mind, you will gain knowledge. Although it is somewhat limited, as the plane is ever shifting, ever changing, due to the nature of the goddess and her whims. But you'll have knowledge of how to, relatively, get to the mausoleum that Endu Sareth lies.
I see. Thank you.
Now, since I cannot join you in your travels, that should help you get to where you must go. Oh, since you're all mortals, don't forget to eat!
Oh, crap.
Yes.
John will immediately pull out the flask to take a long chug.
You will die when you get back to the material plane.
So
Shut up about the
we
apples.
heard.
Shut up.
Second question.
Yes.
I do apologize for all the questions. Is there any way to get more alcohol down here? I've only got about 3 days.
Yeah, back in the city, there's plenty of, tap rooms and the like. Don't go
No.
lollygagging, though. We're on a time
Nope.
limit here.
We
As-
promise it is for his. It keeps him at peak efficiency.
I have multiple things going on.
Please
as you
just
can
get
see.
this thing out of my head.
Right.
Yes, let's get moving. Got 2 flasks.
So, you lot are free to head on out whenever. I will have to remain here, though. Oh,
Thank you.
if you see black water, don't go in it.
Useful information.
He points. The show points to the well.
Exactly.
Like that.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, the river Styx flows through all this plain, so...
Oh, great.
Fun.
Okay.
These river sticks.
Well,
That's what that weird orc was talking about. I like to put
The
coins
show-
on eyes.
the show turns to everyone. Well, shall we?
Alright.
Let's shall.
You will
No
move
time like
down
the present.
here, and he will grow in size, nearly quadrupling, as you will summon forth 6 strange spirits.
Guard in the portal.
Let's go quickly.
Yeah, let's. We don't need to
Yes.
stay here.
Keep it up.
All right.
Let's get bop,
And
bop,
Thank you,
bop.
bear guy.
away we go.
Yep. It's a living.
Okay, so shall we? Oh, my bad. Set up
So
a marching
we venture
order.
north.
Just have one of us move us, or have a party marker, so we're not all moving around the map.
How high
if-
is the
if-
current chamber we're in? Is it like, does it have a roof?
The ceiling of the current chamber that you're in is 60 feet above. It is domed,
And-
so it's 60 feet above from the edges, so it does get higher in the center.
Okay,
But
I just
if
want
to
to.
show,
I just want to fly
if
at a
we
low
walk-
altitude, like at 20 feet up.
Gotcha.
if we walk in this 3x3 setup a little bit, with the show in the middle, we'll all go faster.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
All right. There you go.
And you know what? I'm gonna make this make a little bit more sense.
Yeah,
because,
let's have the paladin up front on the squishy wizard.
Oh. Yeah,
like
wizard in
the fighter's
the
little
back.
wizard.
The fighter,
yeah.
Hale and Hardy.
I would let Vaz stand next
Yeah.
to their boyfriend.
I couldn't remember what Ada was again. I keep forgetting. So I'm like, is she
Ada is
front
a
back?
something, that is for sure.
Okay. Well, is it a front line, back line, sort of middle?
No one
They
knows.
have 14 AC.
Okay,
Alright,
you're back
I'm just
here.
gonna
with
reach
us.
over and poke Ada.
All right.
Speed.
As you all make your way out of the large double doors, you find yourself in a strange, mist-covered maze of stone and grave markers. Bones litter the
Is
floor,
that it?
and spirits float about. Per your internal knowledge, the map that was given to you to show, you sense that the way to go is this way.
If this is the
I lead.
mausoleum.
It's not.
I guide people. I don't want to say lead the way,
All right.
but I guide
I was gonna
everyone
say,
on their
but that's
appropriate
like
path.
300 feet away.
Making your way through the mist-covered paths, you find a large mausoleum. Doors of darkened steel block the entry, chained and locked.
Does my brain say this is it?
No.
No?
Your brain says that
Oh.
this is the way past the I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Past the dead roads and into the city proper.
City proper's that way. Do we need... What
The-
do we need if we're to stay here for a while?
So what you know, or the mausoleum you're trying to find, is on the other side of the city.
Other side, so it'd be best to go through the city.
Unless you want to travel the bone road or the dead roads.
I say we go through the city. Is everyone good with going through the city?
Let's
can
go
get
through the city. I
five.
can,
How long of a travel is it?
I
Brain,
can make sure to.
do I know how long of a travel it is?
You think it'll be about a couple days, but it's constantly shifting. It's weird.
Listen, a compass wouldn't know what to do in here, and I'm barely better at the moment. The fastest way is through the city. That's all I know.
And through the city we shall go.
All right. Well, there is a locked gate ahead.
I inspect a lock.
Roll investigation.
I'm good at that.
Let me make sure I have the proper ambience on. Yep, I need to grab this and play it in addition, since you guys are more in a proper location.
Okay, well, not that good. 10.
All right.
Think you can
The
open
lock
these up? Phil?
seems to be old and rickety. It's really hard to tell if there's anything, how quality the lock is, or if it's trapped or anything like that.
I'm just gonna give it a good yank. Just one.
And as for your in general chat, Floof, there are no flowers. There's no living things within this dead road. In terms of rocks, I mean, you don't see any crystals, but you do see some strange, spiky-looking rocks. These things here.
All right, cool.
Oh my. Floof, can you look at this lock?
Did somebody say lock?
23.
Calvin. Oh my god.
Oh, Calvin, I should ask, what is your... To be blunt, what do you do?
I'm good with a gun.
We already got one of those.
Oh, I got a 9 martial.
Howdy.
What's your marshalling?
Oh, it's marshalling Kelvin, and I got a 1. I don't know nothing, Jon Snow.
It's true.
I got a 23 for that lock.
All right. Is this to investigate the lock or to pick the lock?
Investigate it first.
All right. Looking over the lock itself is... It does look rusty. It looks fairly worthless, but in fact you realize that this is not maintained, but well crafted. You think it'll be difficult to pick. Well, of course, one could just break it, as the show did pull out the chain, so you can roll me an athletics check to show.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
If you guys need a bit of help with that, I'm a bit of an expert.
You did not
Do you
detect
pick
any
locks?
traps, though.
Do you pick locks?
Oh, like a dream.
15.
I feel like we're gonna be friends.
I had one good roll at the start of the session. Apparently that's all I can do. Is this considered a grapple check against another creature? Because the bear armor gives me advantage on those.
No.
Not letting.
Okay, what if I
You gonna try to open it?
Yeah,
What
I'm
if
gonna
I
try
grapple
and pick the
through
lock.
have her grab it and then I yank on her?
Here, I'm gonna try and pick the lock while he's doing
So
that.
as you pull up the chain, it just kind of jingles in your hand. You don't make any headway with the ripping it off.
Let's see, what is it to pick it?
It's Dex Thieves Tools check.
Yeah, +8.
Oh.
Unfortunately, one of your 5 lockpicks break.
Hey.
So after I hear a very familiar sound, Calvin walks up with like half a scissor blade, a flathead screwdriver, and a few bobby pins, his thieves' tools. And it's like, do you want some out there?
She's gonna look at him with kind of a raised eyebrow and be like, "All right, let's see
Sure,
what you're made of, bud."
Would you
Alright,
like
here.
to use some more polished tools?
Oh no, I got it, please. Anyway, I could use your help if you just want to spot me. Here, I'll just get down here though.
Yeah, here, I'll help you out.
The show just watches all this happen.
John is just.
Together we should break this.
This is certain.
If you're as good as you say you are.
10, 11. That's a +11 if I'm counting this correctly.
Jeez.
4, I have expertise, and then I have 16 dex.
It's 4, 8, 11, yeah.
Wait, I thought we had +4.
4 proficiency times 2 is 8, and then +3 from Dex.
Oh, +3, right.
That's a 26. Not my
Oh,
best.
yeah.
Oh, that's without advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, same
Is it
roll on the
26?
other one. Yep. That's a 1 in 400 chance, by the way. I always like to say that.
Well, it actually rolled a 50 on the first roll. Because 15
did?
plus 11 is 26.
Oh, okay, my bad. I misread it.
Yep. But with a flick of the wrist, you hear a faint click sound as the lock pops off.
All right, hell yeah! She's gonna offer out a high five.
He takes it. What can I say? I was a bit of a punk but in my past life.
So I've heard.
Did she talk about me that much? I didn't think she
Oh,
said
she
that.
talked about you a lot, honey.
It's any consolation.
Mostly through tears, if I will admit.
If
Oh,
it
damn.
makes you feel any better about it, I have never heard of you before.
Oh, that does help. Thank you. Anyway,
Were
shouldn't waste
you
any more
listening?
time.
No, often no.
You're much smarter than I.
Alright, do you open the door?
And back into formation, and we move along.
Everyone huddle around the pretty boy. Hold on, I'm gonna go put my plate in the sink.
All right.
I do not have access to move to Nar and Tiana.
I'll move them in a second.
Hold on.
And as the door opens, you see it
I
opens up
do.
into a large chamber. The hall with a decoratively curved stairwell that leads down into the chamber below. You see there are some rugs, some seating chambers, some couches, some paintings, and some glowing greenish orbs with several doors lining the wall. Now let me go give you ownership of those two real quick. Let's see. Ownership all players, and Donar, ownership all players. There you go.
Can I go look at that table over there that has like the books and the photos and stuff on it?
Well, first you have to move inside.
I am going to go inside.
Oh, let's
I
all
can't
go.
move the party stage.
I
What?
can. You fool!
How can you? Why does John have access to everybody and I don't?
Because
I
that's
do
not gonna
too.
happen.
Because you're on the contract.
You did connect as Ada slash Floof, not Floof slash Ada.
Alright, I would like to
Ah,
go
that's
check
what
out
it
the
is.
table over there.
Why don't you just have us set to all players?
Habit. Anyways,
Oh,
as you move on into the
okay.
chamber, something happens. Begin
Ooh.
climbing down the stairwell. Small eyes begin to pop open from the ceiling's rafters. And something flies down towards you. A bird with a mask upon its head.
Don't know what
Everything down
this
here,
is.
birds.
Hey! What you doing?
Do I know
Hi,
what
what
this
you
thing
doing?
Roll me a
Oh.
religion.
Bird talks. Great. Ada silently stares at the bird, not knowing what it says.
is? 10.
10. You have no idea.
Using our newfound telepathy. The show is going to tell everyone. Typically, if we meet something in a different plane of existence and we don't know what it is, it's best not to talk to it, especially if it talks to you first.
You have no idea.
Oh, Christ. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Sure, I'll hit you that plus
I am just
one.
going to mimic it in its same voice. What doing?
Broken 20.
I asked you first.
AO Sage, what is it? Broken 20.
With a broken 20. You recognize this as a Nathoi. It is a lesser psychopomp. Psychopops being the reapers of the plains. Basically, where you have devils being, you know, like the contract evil outsider, demons being the corrupting influence evil outsider, daemons being the soul destroying oblivion evil outsiders.
These are the neutral ones.
Psychopomps are neutral, and they're specifically the outsiders that handle the transition and control of souls to their afterlife, as well as ensuring that the balance of life and death is maintained. These ones specifically are oftentimes clerks, scribes, or messengers within the grand bureaucracy of death.
Over the telepathy, he'll kind of give a... Yeah, I think this is one of those, It's like our friend at the gate, but just kind of smaller, more of a clerk. Had a buddy in the Merc Guild.
This is what you know about
Talked
them.
about him a lot. I'm just giving a very vague version because there's not really a reason for John to know, so he just gives a... I think they're little servants, basically. They should be fine. And then speaking... Normally, we're here to mainly just passing through.
Oh.
We ain't dead yet or anything, so
You
your
look dead.
expertise there isn't. I'm an exception.
Luke's gonna laugh and say, doesn't he?
I'm not completely. You're perceptive.
You're perceptive.
Why, thank you. Now, though I will ask, assuming, is this where the city starts? What is...
City, through there! He will point his wing down this
Does he
corridor.
okay. Wonderful, thank you.
Yes!
Flip
Yes!
would like to go check out that table.
Need guide?
Yes, please. What's this here?
Not a guide
Flap.
to the afterlife, but a guide through the city could be helpful. I certainly could, if you have any recommendations of where to get some good whiskey down here.
This is friend log. Sign?
Friend love.
You see that there are some names scribbled in various different languages. They all seem to be names, though.
You have a guest log?
I am going
Yes,
to.
yes.
I am going to insight check this.
What
Yeah,
gnome
I don't like
from,
this at all.
What gnome from Aetherstorm came down here and told you to throw in a guest log? I have a hunch that some gnome did that a while back.
Gnome, yes.
Broken 20.
Broken 20. What were you rolling for?
Is it sketchy?
Insight checking this friend log, as he calls it.
He seems very chipper and very happy and wants you to sign the friend log. He does not seem to have any ill intent, though.
John will pull out a pen.
Friend!
Give him the old John Hancock.
Let's not sign anything in the underworld, please. John, you of all people know not to sign things you don't know.
This ain't a contract, ma'am. This is
You
a
know.
book full of names.
Listen, if we're gonna make friends, we may as well sign the friend log. I'm going to put the
I'm
word
the one who
loop.
writes the contract.
You haven't even seen the cover,
He will
John.
fly like this as he kind of flies around and looks at you. Creek friend! Creek doesn't want to hurt. Creek friend.
These things,
Floop will write.
Creek
Floop will write floof.
and his kind are guides down here.
For the dead, yes?
Typically, yes, that they would help them into their appropriate afterlife, and in given time, it will take me to hell. But
Creek,
for
are
now,
you trying to lead us to our appropriate afterlife?
Creek lead where want. Where want.
Where's the whiskey?
Creek fine whiskey. Creek flies through this door here. Disappears.
To
I need that
show,
to be a sound clip for the rest of the time.
to show all.
Creek, find a whiskey.
You walk into the room and you see a bed chamber, and there's a side table here that they're kind of peeking at, trying to open a drawer. Eventually, they pull open the drawer and begin to slowly flap up with a bottle of whiskey.
I got it. I got it.
Creek found whiskey.
Thank you.
Wait, where are the valuables?
Am I allowed to keep this or just refill my flasks?
Friend,
Yeah, I'd count you a friend, Creek. I hope
Friend,
that you're
keep
here
then.
when I eventually die finally.
Wow.
Yeah, well, John, what should I write this bottle down as, Sage?
write it as bone whiskey.
Bone whiskey.
Creek, who owns this house we're in?
I like
Oh.
that.
Not Creek.
That's fine.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
question.
Creek friend.
Deshow also signs Hugo de Deshow in the guest book.
Excellent.
Bottle of bone whiskey. John's just gonna pocket that for now.
Looking around, there's plenty of picture frames here of like different souls, different figures that seem to be posing within this chamber themselves and having been drawn. Not sure by who, but they do look like they were drawn in this chamber.
Anyone we know?
No real valuables that is in current immediate vicinity. Quick question: how likely would Hingle have signed?
If he didn't believe that there was a threat to him signing it, he would have signed it.
You would see Hingle's name in the book.
John.
Yeah. John says, like, walking out, like, still, like, putting the bottle into the bag holding. Yeah.
I know you're very excited about that. Come here. Look, and he taps on the book where Hingle's name is.
You also probably see Narik's name, because Narik was in here for a while.
That's a good sign.
Hey, Narik! What was it that was going on over here? Do you remember?
I'm thinking. It takes more than like 2 seconds to think thoughts.
So,
Is
for
this JP thinking or Narik thinking?
For Narik, they certainly have passed through the dead roads a lot, as well as through several of these mausoleum manors, which this is one of them. You would recognize this as a manor of one Morbarius Crupt. They are a particular psychopomp who has kind of dealt with much of the dead roads, kind of like a gravekeeper of sorts. A little grumbly, but their pets, the Nasoi, Creek being one of them, kind of take care of the place while they're gone, because they're often not here, but in the dead roads themselves. They, themselves, are quite grumbly. Not the friendliest of figures, but they are still alright when you get to know them. You probably spent some time with them yourself, shared a couple of whiskeys with them, or apples, although their apples that they share you are unfortunately ashen, but you get what you can get when you're here.
They're really good apples, to be fair.
It's true.
God damn it. God.
Ada is going to try
I meant
to
to say
relay
that
as
earlier.
much as she can.
They're really good apples.
They're really good apples, to be fair.
The monkey thinks there's no threat here, I suppose.
Creek friend!
Creek friend,
fly
yes.
around in circles.
You just...
I suggest that we make friends
My map.
with whoever's here. Make a good impression and sign the book.
If the error message pops up, just exit out
Yeah,
of it.
just exit out of it. It's
So-
yeah.
I'm gonna
I quite
say,
like Creek.
since I've lost a substantial amount of my mental stats after this entire endeavor, and since I spent quite a bit of time where I just was, Calvin can't remember his birth name, so he writes down Calvin Thirst in the book.
Friends!
And it will fly down towards Floof.
You want shiny?
I do want shiny.
What was that voice?
His voice
I
is
do want
changing.
shiny. What do we got?
He's mimicking people's voices.
I could go for some shiny too at this point.
Follow! Wait!
I will absolutely follow him.
Fly back.
No, I will follow
not
it.
try to steal from the dead, please.
Are you
I'm
cool?
not stealing.
You gotta tell me if you're cool.
You're not a guard, are you?
God.
Don't
You ain't a cop,
worry.
are you, buddy?
We're
Okay.
friends. You said so yourself, Quick.
Yes,
We're
friends! Follow.
Okay, I'd like to point out, I don't assume that this will apply to anybody, but if any of you have ever watched The Owl House, this bird sounds exactly like Hootie, and I love
I
that.
have no clue what those words mean, but I'm
Yep.
glad you said them.
I'm gonna go ahead and sign the book Pelodrin Saladan.
Excellent. You will fly through this door here into the lounge.
Because we're trying to make friends. Look, Quick is a friend.
Creek friend! Creek found
is a friend.
shiny! Mind the
Ooh, where's
axes!
this? Ooh, thank you,
Creek
Creek.
will fly up to the mantelpiece of the fireplace here, and fly behind the painting.
Oh my god.
The painting will begin to rumble a bit. It's part of the map, so I can't move it. But you'll fly off, and it kind of clops to the floor.
Ooh! Mistake.
And you will pull out a small chest. And you'll plop
Okay,
it on
so-
the table here.
So, new friend, we're splitting this halvesies, right?
Friend!
I say quietly to Floopster. Also, you're adorable, by the way. I like the heart going on your head.
We are not taking from the dead.
We are not taking from the dead. We are accepting a friendly reward.
It's not chance to give.
Creek gives what Creek gives.
Crick gives what Crick gives. He said it himself.
Creek, is your owner gonna actually like come and try to get this back?
Creek, listen! You cannot go giving people stuff! Creek, friend!
It's okay. We're making friends.
See, this is something he does often.
Wait, so he just play back and...
Bloop is going to replace
What is that?
the chest. Just gonna take the whole chest and just put it into her fur.
Oi, I thought we were splitting that.
Oh, we will.
50-50!
Yeah, 50-50.
You hear that? You got given half of it, so.
Mistake! He'll fly over here and hop on the painting.
I'll trade for you. I'll trade. Because we are friends. Bloop is going to reach into her fur
Ooh,
and see what she can pull out.
trade! Because we are friends.
Yes, we are friends.
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 What
does Bloop find in her fur?
Let me roll a d100.
Thank you.
86.
Diamonds.
You find a half-eaten carrot.
I give it to him.
Friend! He'll fly around in circles. He'll hide it in the pocket behind the painting. It'll flop back down and hop on the painting. Mistake!
Do you want us to look back there?
Yes! Mistake!
His mistake.
I think he's trying to ask you to help pick him up the painting.
Yes! Yes! Mistake!
Alright, here. Can I comfortably lift this with my 12 strength and just put it back since I
Yeah.
can fly?
Yeah.
I do that.
You'll hop off as you pick it up and fly it back
I
into position.
try to make sure it looks straight and untouched, and if there was any dust disturbed by his knocking it down, I tried to at least even out the coating a little bit.
Friend! Smart friend. Dangerous friend.
Oh, I mean, I did get myself killed last time I was in trouble.
No!
Oh, it's okay. I only suffered a few decades of torment, boiling pitch, things like that.
I'll fly back into the main chamber. Creek guide! Creek give treasure!
Quick is such a good friend.
All right, come on, buddy. Let's split that now.
To our friends over there.
You now have treasure to purchase items in shops.
Thank you, Quick.
All right. Come on. Let's see what's in that chest now. I want to see what's in it before you start pocketing any.
You must offer drachma to cross river Styx.
Creek give treasure! Shiny!
Thank you,
Creek. I appreciate you.
So wait. Hold on. You're telling me that we need coin to cross through here?
The boatman of the river Styx.
Yes!
Sailor's old as time.
So that orc wasn't crazy. He was actually putting coins on eyes for a purpose. I thought he was just crazy.
Yes!
Superstitions have a root in truth.
Well, I'll be damned.
Must have
Depends on
drachma
your-
to cross river Styx.
Depends on your religion, mostly.
Creek can
Anyways.
guide now!
Creek, can you take us to this, to a mausoleum on the other side of the city?
Creek will tilt their head.
There's probably
Name?
a lot of them.
Do I know the name of this mausoleum?
Endurus. That's how you pronounce that word.
Andrew Sereth?
Yes! Yes! Oh no! Danger! Danger!
Yep.
You don't have to go there with us. Just lead us there.
Creek friend!
Creek is an amazing friend.
Creek will flop through this door here.
And we follow.
We'll move through here. Need rest?
Not at
We're
the moment. We're
we're
kind of just
rested
gotten
up.
started.
Okay! We'll fly through this door. And up the stairs here. to the landing above. As the marbled manor changes into that of a stone-like mausoleum. Through a large archway here, it seems to have a faint, wispy-like veil around it.
Through here! To city!
As we're flying along, I keep pestering our floofster until she checks what's in this box together.
All right. I'm gonna pull it out and open up the chest.
All right. You are given 800 drachmas within the chest.
In English,
I give
please.
half of them to
You don't know what those are.
Did
They are
you not read Percy
shiny
Jackson?
golden coins.
We got some coins here, and she's going to hand half of them to Kelvin, and just be like, "All right, do you want us to keep these in the chest? I can keep them safe in my fur, or do you want me to just dump them out into your skirt there?"
No,
We'll
no,
all
right
need
here, right-
those. Shiny hope! You must
Thank you.
give drachma to pass the river Styx.
Yeah. I'll take it. I have a fat sack in my pack anyway.
How
Alright,
many
perfect.
drachma for each of us to pass?
Well, there's
I believe it-
800 total.
And 9 of us. Well, 10 of us if we count.
Is this-
Creek?
It's
Is this
okay.
like a
Ada
big
doesn't
fat-
want any.
Is this like a big fat religion check to find out how many we need?
Go ahead and give a religion check.
Oh, I'm bad at those. I'm especially bad with my new origin.
19. I'm rolling good on religion for some reason.
You know, let's find out if Loof knows anything. We'll find out.
Damn it.
I mean, that orc would always put 2 on the eyes of anyone he killed. So,
I got a
mean,
14.
Maybe it's cheap.
Never mind.
Fuck it. I'll roll.
Do I get any bonus or
24.
Hestia?
One second, I'm responding to a message. One, two, three, four. All right. Let's see here. What's the highest roll on history or religion?
Probably 24 for me.
All right, 24. Pogger. Thinking about the coins themselves, back on your studies, back within the Arca Nostra, upon the different planes of existence. Drachma, you recognize as having similar value to platinum pieces, not gold.
Ah.
So there's, in fact, essentially 8,000 gold total.
Holy shit, I'm rich.
You need 1 for each eye to pass successfully across the river Styx, so you need 2 drachma total.
1 for each eye.
John!
Okay. You can save money on John.
In addition to that, you know that they are the currency of the Boneyard, also as the currency for many other planes, as many other planes accept them as if they're universal, because they are. What's important, though, is that your own currency does not function within the Boneyard. They might accept it, but definitely at an heightened charge for the transfer of funds.
Okay.
So if you want to spend any money, best to use these coins. Otherwise,
Like
it's
the
gonna cost
currency
more.
exchange at the airport.
Yep.
So we need to pay either 19 or 21 gold, depending on Narik.
You also know that missing eyes do not matter. Eye sockets matter.
Oh, come on. Okay, so
Okay.
if somebody has cancer of the orbital and has their entire half
So-
of their face removed.
So
Does anyone want to take one for the team?
Deterra summons a lightning rod. It holds it on top of John's head and goes, "Okay, John, stay very, very still."
What I'm hearing is that Deterra would have gotten in for free.
Deterra had 2 eye sockets.
So it would totally suck if one of us is playing an Ettercap.
Well,
Yeah.
When I eventually rework Deterra and the upper half of it, the upper head is actually fungus. It's free.
The Deterra VGU.
Deterra VGU.
All right. What is your 24, JC?
The 20 is how much drachma it's going to cost for us to
Gotcha.
pass.
All right, and he will, as you are counting out your coins, he will fly you through the steps and onto the city streets. Where I'm going to go put you guys on that map. I believe it is the... Not that one. I think it's Boneyard Cathedral. Yes.
Lupa's going to give some of her.
Sorry, she's going to give to each party member, except Ada, who specifically said that she did not want to steal from the
Hey,
house.
does that mean you're giving 2 more to me? I accept.
No, you already got some.
I'm kidding. I actually, I'll do the same thing so that we could go halvesies on it.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So,
Certainly.
as the party exits out of the mausoleum, you find yourself within a strange bluish stone cobbled street. There are plenty of spirits moving this way and that, and directly south of you is a massive river of black water with a lone ferry upon its water. You see to the northwest of you is a large cathedral outlit by spectral green flames. Rows of graves and mausoleums line the streets, acting as buildings or shop fronts. As you can actually see, there are a few stalls directly next to you. However, as you enter out into the streets and you are ready to continue your exploration of the boneyard, that is where we'll call the session.
Oh, god damn it.
Now, to be clear, I can go longer, but I did get a last-minute map thing, and I need to get that set up because it's due early tomorrow. So,
Fair.
It's all good.
but
Well, this was... I'm on the edge of my seat.
yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this, and we will be able to continue proper within the boneyard next time.
Right, should
we just do campsite?
Like
in the mansion area?
You guys are good to do campsite in the mansion or wandering the streets, as he's gonna be showing you around essentially. He might get a little distracted a couple times trying to show you certain things in the city.
I am so excited.
But yes, there you go. And you guys are indeed going to go to the Bone Dragon, yes? Or the
Yes.
Dragon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, sidetrack. We're going this way now.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you're going to do that or go with Pharasma, so I have both of them set up, but not like fully set up. So I want to make sure before we get to like the actual entrance of either of those. So Pharasma's much easier though in terms of prep because I actually already have her throne room built. So yeah, just the other.
Well,
one. So.
you know, easier, yes. More dangerous for some of the people at the party, also yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So as far as campsite, I see we have several different channels. Is that just so we can have a split party?
Yep.
pretty much.
The name is
so-
meaningless, so you can yeah.
All right, I thought so.
Anyways, hope you all had fun. I'm gonna close the recording here, and all that good stuff. Blah, 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 blah.